Hi, welcome to Guide to Fluency, where we review language programs and apps to help you on your language learning journey. Today I'll be reviewing Rosetta Stone's Japanese program. I'll give you the rundown on the Rosetta Stone lessons, how Rosetta Stone compares to other Japanese language programs in terms of pricing, pros, cons, and of course, whether I think Rosetta Stone is effective for learning Japanese. Before I begin, I'd like to mention that we also have a detailed written review over on our website in case you need more information. All you have to do to get there is Google Guide to Fluency, Rosetta Stone Japanese Review. Alright, let me start by giving you a run of what the Rosetta Stone Japanese program looks like. So there's 20 learning units covering various thematic topics such as health, dining, and travel. Within each unit are 4 lessons divided into 4 sections. There's a core lesson that takes about 30 minutes to complete, and then separate sections for pronunciation, vocab, and grammar, which each take around 10 minutes to complete. Altogether, this adds up to about an hour per lesson. Now, let's get into the Rosetta Stone learning method and lesson format. The foundation of the Rosetta Stone Japanese program is built around 2 principles: immersion and imagery. Unlike other Japanese language apps, Rosetta Stone avoids using English translations, believing that continuous exposure to Japanese expedites the learning process. Rosetta Stone's lessons are constructed using images in order to aid learners in associating new vocabulary with visual cues, providing context for words and phrases. I'll talk about the advantages and disadvantages of this learning approach later, but those are the 2 big takeaways: an immersive Japanese learning experience coupled with images and pictures. Before we get into the advantages and disadvantages of the program, let's compare their subscription options to other Japanese language apps. So Rosetta Stone gives you 3 choices. There's 2 monthly subscription options and 1 lifetime package. The monthly subscriptions range from $10 to $15 per month, while the lifetime option costs around $400. It's important to keep in mind that the lifetime plan includes access to all Rosetta Stone languages, not just Japanese. Also, I should mention that Rosetta Stone regularly offers sales and special promotions almost year-round, so be sure to check the description below for any discounts. I'll do my best to keep the description updated with the most current coupon codes or promos I can find. I usually see the lifetime package marked down below $200. Overall, Rosetta Stone lands in the mid-range in terms of cost. Their subscription plans are a bit pricier than Babbel and Wanli, for example, but more affordable than Rocket Japanese or Pimsleur. Alright, we've covered how the Rosetta Stone Japanese course is organized, their learning method, and pricing. Let's move into the advantages and disadvantages I found while testing out this program. Let's start with the positives. First, as you can probably imagine regarding the lesson format, Rosetta Stone is an excellent option for visual learners. The Rosetta Stone lessons rely heavily on pictures for almost every practice exercise, making it ideal for those who remember information best using visuals. Plus, Rosetta Stone provides on-demand videos as well, further accommodating visual learners. So overall, the Rosetta Stone Japanese program is visually engaging, making it a great option for those of you that are visual learners. The second advantage of using Rosetta Stone, in my opinion, is its emphasis on immersive learning. While I understand immersive learning isn't for everyone, it can be really challenging, especially in the early stages of you acquiring the language. But I believe this learning approach long-term can significantly accelerate the language acquisition process, since constant exposure to new Japanese words and phrases is a more effective way to expand your vocabulary in comparison to learning in a non-immersive environment where you rely on translations, and that can impede your fluency development, especially if you're just translating in your brain from one language to another. Rather than mentally translating between 2 languages, this perspective allows you to think in a different way through this immersive learning framework. Next, I'd like to spotlight Rosetta Stone's True Accent speech technology, which is something the company has invested significant resources in developing over the years to ensure feedback on your pronunciation is quick, accurate, and user-friendly. So how it works is throughout the Rosetta Stone lessons, you'll be asked to engage in drills where you listen and repeat Japanese words and phrases, allowing the speech tool to assess and rate how accurate your pronunciation is. This is crucial because clear, accurate pronunciation not only aids in your understanding and comprehension of native Japanese speakers, but it also boosts your self-confidence in using the language. And while many language learning companies use some form of special speech recognition software, I must say the Rosetta Stone's technology is easily among the best I've evaluated so far. Finally, the last positive I have for Rosetta Stone's program is it grants learners access to all kinds of free additional tools and resources to help with the language learning process. These include on-demand videos I alluded to earlier, short stories, phrase books, audio companions, and more. But among these, the short stories are my favorite. They just offer a refreshing break from the standard Rosetta Stone lessons, but perhaps the best part about these stories is the flexibility they offer. You can listen to a fluent Japanese speaker read the story, you can read it yourself, or you can record yourself reading and listen to your pronunciation progress by listening back to it. Plus, what's cool is that the stories cover a wide range of topics, offering you not only the chance to expand your vocabulary, but also gain insights into Japanese culture and traditions. This also helps a ton with engagement. Additionally, Rosetta Stone also offers live lessons, classes, and tutoring services at an extra cost though. If you're at an intermediate level of fluency, these live sessions can be highly beneficial as they provide opportunities to communicate with your peers and participate in real conversations. Now that we've covered the advantages of using Rosetta Stone, it's only fair we also discuss the negatives. The first one is that the Rosetta Stone lessons can become monotonous, as they primarily consist of the same drills and exercises over and over. This is where the supplementary resources and tools I mentioned right before this come in hand. Trust me, you're going to want to take a break from the standard lessons and dive into the other tools for a change of pace. I'd say if you're quick to lose interest, other Japanese language apps like Babbel or Monly might be a better fit, since their lessons offer a greater variety of instructional drills and exercises. Another negative for me that I spotted with Rosetta Stone has to do with the speaking exercises. While I acknowledge the quality of the company's true accent speech software, my concern is with the exercises themselves. The exercises are pretty basic and don't advance beyond a beginner level. They mainly involve listening and repeating words and phrases. The speaking exercises lack context, pressure, and recall. After all, learners may struggle to grasp how words and phrases are utilized in various settings without proper context. So in short, I think Rosetta Stone could improve the quality and depth of their verbal practice drills. The last downside I have for Rosetta Stone concerns grammar. Rosetta Stone does not offer clear-cut grammar instruction. Instead, the company encourages learners to absorb grammar intuitively through exposure and repetition, with the goal being that you naturally start to recognize and internalize grammar patterns yourself. This has to do with their immersive learning approach. Some language learning programs advocate for direct instruction, arguing that clear explanations of grammar rules and structures help learners comprehend the language's framework, making it easier to understand and apply new concepts. Proponents of natural grammar acquisition, though, like Rosetta Stone, argue that focusing on memorizing rules and conjugation charts can impede your intuitive feel and understanding for the language. So ultimately, the choice between these approaches depends on your specific preferences. If you prefer straightforward grammar instruction, a program like Rocket Japanese might be more up your alley. On the other hand, if you prefer to learn grammar naturally, Rosetta Stone Japanese is a fine option for you. Time for my final thoughts, but before I get to that, I should mention that here at Guide to Fluency, we're on a mission to help 1 million people learn a second language. As part of that goal, we're giving away a free language learning subscription to one lucky person every month. It's super simple to enter. I'll have all the details down below in the description. Back to my final thoughts. Is Rosetta Stone a good option for learning Japanese? In my opinion, yes. I'm a big fan of the company's immersive learning framework. Their lesson format is perfect for visual learners, and their speech software is great. And they provide a plethora of different resources and tools to supplement their standard lessons. It also doesn't hurt that their subscription options are pretty affordable. I would only really steer you away from Rosetta Stone if you consider yourself an auditory learner. Other than that, I think Rosetta Stone would work perfectly for you. Anyway, that's all I have for you. I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, check out the rest of our website and YouTube channel for more language learning reviews and comparisons. Arigatou gozaimasu.